What's up? What's going on? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's cracking, whiz with your pimpins? You know what I'm saying? Blessings to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy 800, T Dub, the guy, the prophet de jour. You know what I'm saying? Back on the microphone, back in the lab. Actually, been in the lab crazy the last 2 days. So, just been working on a couple of projects, man. It's that time, man. I turned it over a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? Stepped away from corporate America, jumping into this video industry 100%, right? So, yeah, I had a couple of projects, man, I was working on. One of those is actually the Real Recognize Real podcast, baby. We got it in the crates. First episode is in the crates, coming to you tomorrow. The premiere is going to be tomorrow at 6 for Real Recognize Real podcast. Me and the homeboy, you know what I'm saying, Coach Rob, you know what I mean? We gonna get on this microphone for y'all, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some conversations, man. Me and him, y'all can see how we get down. You know what I'm saying? Listen to us talk crazy for a little bit about what's going on in the world today, and just give it to you real, basically. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna hold no punches for anybody. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow, 6 p.m. The show will be aired, and you know what I'm saying? We'll go from there, man. You know what I'm saying? But that one is in the crates now, so it's officially in the crates. So we will be posting that one up tomorrow. And hope y'all have a good time with it. You know what I'm saying? We did. So, and we're gonna continue to have a good time. So that's gonna be dope. Just working on a couple other things. Um, you know, also taking care of a lot of paperwork with this still on this recruiting thing. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as, TJ's committed to where he's at, my son. But he's only a junior and he's going into being a senior. So he's still got a lot of stuff he has to get ready for. Still a lot of paperwork I got to fill out and stuff. So it's still crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're still in it. You know what I'm saying? You're not all the way there yet until they, walk across that stage. Which I've seen a lot of people's children have been doing that lately. So, and that's dope. So to kind of go through this whole ride with him as a father, man, it's really dope, man, to see him, enjoy this time and period in his life when you're almost basically being honored for your for what you've been doing, the love of the game that you've been doing for so long. So, and we're gonna see where this ride gonna take us, man. You know what I'm saying? I got the people coming through today. So you know what I'm saying? I'm loving it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing, man. Part of being that whole what is it, transferring of the guard, you know what I'm saying? Where you're actually passing the guard to the young dude, you know what I'm saying? He's becoming a young man, and you're walking along that path with you. Like I've told before, because I've talked about this stuff before. When you're in a conversation or in the meeting hall with the coaches or whatever, they're talking to the kids mainly. They're not really, you know what I'm saying, having that much of a conversation with you, even though they do, you know what I'm saying, which is cool, but their conversation is with the young man. So it's just to kind of be on the outside of it, you know what I mean? Like it's a different thing now. But I love it for him, man. I love going through this and everything. So, but I still got, he ain't all the way in there yet. So I still got to take care of stuff. You know what I mean? Still got to sign off on stuff. I told people this all the time. When I tell my kid, man, when you turn 18, they'll come to me. You know what I mean? So right now they still coming to me. Yo, we need to fill this out. No, we need to fill that out. Pull this out. Send this in. Do this. I'm like, all right. But you got to do what you got to do, man, for your young ones, man. And that, yeah. So all you people that have athletes or people that are in extracurricular activities that are getting scholarships for anything, enjoy that ride, man, because, saying a free education is dope. So, enjoy that. I speak about that all the time. And I have conversations. It'll be another podcast about this again. Just speaking about the joys and also the trials and tribulations of the recruiting process and getting out here and getting registered with the NCAA and all that stuff, man. I'm gonna give you game, man. I'm for real. I'm gonna give you some game, right, in between the things I talk about, the things I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? But if you take it, blessings to you. If you don't, it wasn't meant for you. You know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but yeah, man, shout out to Minnesota Grind. You know what I'm saying? My son and the homie Q and Avery were part of that team. Lyman was part of that team. Trey was part of that team too, representing Apple Valley, 7-on-7 team. So big shout out to them. They had a banquet this weekend, and Ty, who I went to school with, Ty Five, boy, I call him Five, but it's you know, he's actually built a really huge program with my 7-on-7, and then spinning off and having his own 7-on-7 teams. Doing a pretty good job with that, and giving back to the kids, man. So this banquet was pretty dope. So when I went there, just saw what he was doing for the kids, man. Hyping them up, you know what I'm saying? I love that song, man. I think that's Glorilla, hype me up, you know what I mean? Hype me up, what? Hype me up. I hype me up, right? So, what I'm saying? That's dope, man. Shout outs to him, man, for that. But hold on, let me drink my water. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got for my brother, you know what I'm saying? More life shop, more.life.shop. Mm-hmm. I'll be working with my brother, man, on some things. Getting products out to you guys and sharing some of his moves that he's been making with the More Life movement. He has a shop that's on right now. He's on Instagram with it, more MOOR.life.shop. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual healing, herbal healing is a necessary. So check it out. That's all I gotta say, right? You know what I mean? One love. You know what I'm saying? Better life, better health. Talked about that on one of my shows before. You know what I'm saying? Health is wealth. So you know what I mean? The better you are, the healthier you are, the longer you live. So, but yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna stay too long, man. We ain't gonna stay too long today. I think we need to go right into it. You know what I'm talking about? What's wrong with these boys, man, last night, man? What's wrong with these boys last night, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with these boys last night, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was wrong with these boys last night? Man, so, dude, man, look, Shea Gilchrist Alexander, man. Yeah, man, he was playing some basketball last night, right? And it was apparent, especially in the first quarter, because hey, man, I'm a stickler for this. As a coach, people know me as a coach. I teach my kids don't whine, don't cry, don't trip about no fouls. Right? Referees call it how you call it. They do not make the game. But boy, I swear they said OKC had like 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 free throws, and T-Wolves hadn't had one. I swear. Think I'm lying. Check my stats. Hey. Check the receipts. They said your boy Shea had about 7 of them himself. So it had to be like 10 or 11, they were saying, because they said Shea had 7 by himself in the first quarter. So, right? I mean, yeah. People that watch the game, your eyes see. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't watch the game and you see a stat like that, you see a stat line like that, you show, bam, free throws in the first quarter, right? You just watch. You tune in the next day. You pick up your little phone, go to ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You see, first quarter, 10 free throws for one team, no free throws for another team. Now, come on now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. I may be reaching and grabbing for this one, but you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not. You got 10 free throws for one team and 0 for the other. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, I mean, but the thing about it is, and we was having conversations about this before. The conversation that we had with some guys is that that's a part of the game, right? And that's what, like I said a minute ago, when I teach my kids, man, that I coach, not to be crying over calls, is because it's a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to figure out the way things are being called, and you got to adjust to that too. not only do you have to adjust to the way people are playing, you got to adjust to the way the game is being called. And especially at the pro level, selling that foul is like I mean, it's the most hypocritical thing towards trying to teach people to play hard and aggressively, right? Because when you're doing that, you're all right, you know what I'm saying? Which is basically the opposite of what we try to teach people to do, right? Irony. But still, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make do with it. Some of the stars, most like real stars, they got the green light for that with the refs. You know what I'm saying? Like you used to be some of the dope ones back in the day. Jordan used to be over there. Hey man, he grabbed me. He grabbed me. Next play, pow on whoever's guarding. Right. So you know what I mean? It's been going on in the NBA. It's a part of the game. So Shay's just been able to get real familiar with it and use it as a tool um, a lot. Shoot, like James Harden, man. I think the last person that was getting calls like Shay like that was James, man. I think James used to be like Harden used to be like, yo, remember when he was the beard, right? When that was his moniker for that moment, right? That's what people called him. You know, they ain't call him James, they ain't call him Harden, they call him the beard, right? That's what he was doing. He was getting boom, boom, going to the back. And then all of a sudden they switched it up to make him get a lot of charges. But before that, he was just, you know what I'm saying? Every time he went to the cup, that foul, the foul. But you got to learn to play into that because it's a part of the game. You know, referees are part of the game. Those people with striped shirts, those people with gray and black um, um, quarter quarter shirts, quarter sleeve shirts, man. Hey, them guys be calling some things, man. So you got to make do and figure out, you know what I'm saying, what their temperament is, where they're at with it, what they're looking for, you know what I'm saying? Because it's an art to it, you know what I'm saying? And getting those, I mean, it is. I mean, you see, there's somebody put a post of Shay going to the lane, and it was like literally space in between it was three people, it was three people around him, but it was space in between him and there was literally it was literally like a little bit of space in between each person. And you know, he's making this like face. It'd be the funniest ones. It'd be the funniest pics too. Because it'd be the funniest faces because they selling it. Referee, bam, going to the line. Anybody touch him. Literally anybody touch him. But I really give him up to I give it up to him for that because he's really been able to adjust to that. You know, just that sophisticatedness of being able to get a call. You know what I'm saying? And for him not to be like a superstar as of right now, but literally climbing like right up there, right? I think he basically earned his superstar status now with the way the referees calling it for him. But still though, I mean he was playing some ball, man. I think some of the things that we were doing, you know, defensively made it easy for him. I think we needed to get the ball out of his hands a little bit more, make everybody else get off and try to create. I think when he was the one creating, it was damaging to us. But if we were able to make other people create, it's different because I think Jay Will, um, uh, even Chet, you know what I'm saying? I think if they catch the ball with some aggressive closeouts and then they're able to, you know what I'm saying, have to create, I think it benefits us more so than having Shea create and then kick to one of them open. You know what I'm saying? So the defender that's guarding him one on one has to be a little bit more tough and a little bit more closer to him and pressure him to actually give the ball up, right? Um, it just creates it creates difficulties when you give them too much space because then your teammates on the defensive side, the opposite of the ball, usually are going to have to step a little bit closer to the midline or step a little bit closer to give you help, right? And in doing so, they're taking another step further away from their man, which in tune got to the point where guys were hitting shots, bam, or even Chet was eating, you know what I'm saying, in the paint. Um, I think Rudy Gobert needed to step up a little bit in this particular situation because in the paint we were getting brutalized, especially in the third quarter. I think the overall breakdown for me will go like this: it was a dog fight, or no, we dominated. Well, it wasn't even it was a dogfight in a minute, but we dominated in the first what 4 minutes of the game. First 4 minutes of the game, we was holding it down, right? We were the apparent enforcer. You know what I'm saying? We was having our will, right? And after that, about midway through the first half, they catch up, tie it up. We back and forth. Now we in a dog fight all the way through the third quarter, right? You know what I'm saying? Somebody went on a run, short run, bam, we stop it. We go on a short run, boom, they stop it. So it's a dog fight, right? Um, Through the halftime. Third quarter, started out cool, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, blah, they skippy, boom, it's basketball, it's back and forth, boom, whatever. Bam, about halfway through third quarter, man, that's where everything started to change, man. And I think one of the reasons for that was the paint. I think that our presence in the paint wasn't as strong as it has been through all the other series. And I attest that to Rudy Gobert because of the fact of the guys who um, um, OKC play with. They play with a lot of perimeter guys. Yes, a lot of guys that want to shoot the ball, but I think Shea is their biggest creator. I think the other guys can create, but I don't think they're strong enough to create. Chet is a little, you know what I'm saying, a little lightweight if you play him right. Um, I think Chet can kind of go up against Rudy Gobert and win that matchup because he's a little bit more agile for a guy his size. So that puts Rudy as a disadvantage. Meaning so the footwork, you know what I'm saying? Because Chet's footwork is going to be a little bit more quicker and agile because he's able to do that, whereas Rudy is a little bit more stiff. So that's why if they're spreading our guys out on defense, it's going to be Rudy against probably the other center, Hepstein, and that's going to be a power struggle for Rudy. You know what I'm saying? And once again, you got a situation where, we're not winning in the paint. It's apparent that's what kind of happened the third quarter was we was kind of losing the war in the paint. And then what happens once you lose the war in the paint? All of a sudden, them shots start getting knocked down, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we in a whirlwind, man. We coming down, we jacking up shots, we getting away from what was helping us win through, since the last half of the regular season. You know what I'm saying? So, one of the biggest things that I talked about before, I've talked about on my show with Rob, is that we have 4 teams that are like really athletic and long guys. In particular, Minnesota, OKC, and Indiana probably being the one that has the longest guys, right? But Minnesota ran up against a team that has exactly what they have, and it's difficult to play lackluster at any point in time. You got to be on point because once you do, you see what happens in the third quarter. They take advantage of it, and then all of a sudden they stretch that lead out. And then when you're playing a team that's pretty much similar to yourself, and they have a lead going into those big minutes in the fourth quarter, it's very difficult. Very difficult to come back. I think Ant really was missing his shot. I think he was trying to get to the basket. I think he's got to be more forceful. I think he has to. I think he has to sell it. He's just gonna have to sell it, or he's gonna have to dunk on dudes' heads. Straight up, he's just gonna have to take it to the rack and dunk on dudes' heads because one of the biggest things that I always speak about in basketball is you have to see the ball go through the basket. You have to see it go through the basket. Some people, like, Steph can just come down, cross over half court, bam, hit a 3, right? You know what I'm saying? Some people are blessed with that, right? But what percentage of that is that in the NBA, in the world in particular, right? So some people are blessed with that. You know what I'm saying? But others have to see the ball go through the hoop, man. Especially, you know what I'm saying? You maybe hit 1, hit 2, then you miss 1. Then you miss another. Get back to the rim. You know what I'm saying? Put that thing in the hole. Whether it's a free throw, that's ideally what you need because at the free throw line, you can kind of you line up. You know what I'm saying? Get your toe lined up. Boom. Get your sight lined up. Get the rim lined up. You know what I'm saying? And then that way, when you're back there running around, now you have that sense of what the rim is, where it's at, what it feels like. I think it's very important to make sure you do that. And I think sometimes Ant forgets that. I think he just gets comfortable with pulling up, mid range, pulling up from a 3, pulling up from another 3, three pull ups, three shots rather than getting to the rim. But it was difficult last night, to be honest for him. It was difficult last night for him, man, because he's playing up against guys that are similar to what he already has. You got some long guys on that team. Um, you know, they were everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And literally, I mean, I there was a couple of times I watched Ant literally try to get to that basket, and then somebody boom, bop, stepping over. You know what I'm saying? Getting to that midline. You know what I'm saying? Getting to that midline. Boom. Now you got to kick it out to another guy. The closeout's there. And then, if we're not hitting, which is another thing last night, we weren't hitting too much. But we were settling. We were settling, man. I think there was one time where I saw Nas Reed standing up off center, volleyball about where the volleyball line would be at. And you know, he just stood there, made a pass, stood there, threw the pass back to him, and he just stood there with a shot because you know how he shoots. You know what I'm saying? He can shoot just really just standing there. So he really just stood there. There was no movement, there was no dive. I think what would help with Ant would be if he makes those drives and your man is closing out like that, cut, back door. That'll make them stop doing that. They'll stop coming over and bringing that help so aggressively because they know they got somebody who's going to be back cutting, not just shooting. You know what I'm saying? And missing, right? Because if somebody's shooting and missing, all you got to do is close out with a hand up. Boom, you good, right? They off anyway. They ain't found the rim. You know what I'm saying? But now you got a guy who's backdooring you, who's cutting you, you know what I'm saying? Getting that backdoor pass, dunking on you. You know what I'm saying? Catching you sleeping. Now you got to pay attention to him more, and you help open up the lane for your star to start getting off. DiVincenzo was off a little bit last night too, man. That's my guy, man, but he was off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think the Alexander family, you know what I'm saying? Shay got the best of that one. Shay got the best of that one, you know what I'm saying? Because they cousins. Shay Gilchrist Alexander and Alexander Walker with us. They cousins. So, you know what I'm saying, which is dope. That's some dope stuff, man. But yeah, I think Shay won the best of that one, last night. But you know what I'm saying, Alexander Walker, he a dope player, man. He especially with us. I think, you know what I'm saying, he's in a situation that works great for him and his skill set and what he's able to do, and able to bring, when paired with the guys that he's paired with, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, and guys got to free it up for him a little bit, man. So you got to get a little bit more movement, man, to make these defenders stick closer to you to open up the floor for Ant to get what he got, get to work. You know what I'm saying? Because he just, if he doesn't get going right, you know what I'm saying, that motor doesn't run our team. You know what I'm saying? The way it needs to. Now that's not to put a shade on Julius Randle, because Julius Randle was doing his motherfucking thing. Excuse my language. This is my afternoon show, but that's what he was doing. Sometimes, man, hey, Richard Pryor once said, man, sometimes, hey, the best word to use. You know what I'm saying? But Julius Randle was doing his thing last night, man. I mean, he was basically, I would say he was basically, I don't know if, no. Y'all got to remember, man, real Timberwolves fans. If there's real Timberwolves fans on here, y'all remember that commercial with KG when he was walking through the city and everybody was jumping out. Everybody was jumping on his back. People were jumping out of the the buildings downtown, jumping, you know what I'm saying, jumping on his back. He had the whole world on his shoulders and stuff. By the end of the commercial, he's just walking around with the whole world on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality of Julius Randle last night, straight up. That was the mentality of Julius Randle last night, straight up. You can't argue that. So I give him that. But now you see what I'm saying. Same thing with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Same thing I was talking about the other day. Same thing. Yes, Julius Randle is that dog. Yes, he is. I'll give it to him, especially when he plays the correct way of basketball, right? He's fucking amazing, right? But he can't do it by himself. He's not the franchise of the team. You know what I'm saying? He can do it though. You know what I'm saying? He can do it. It's just that boom, Ant's that man, right? And we gotta fuel that. We gotta fuel that. We gotta get that guy going. We gotta get that guy feeling it, and we gotta give him something. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Rudy, I hope you're in the weight room right now, man. I hope you know what I'm saying. I seen you got pictures there. You kicking it with the fam, bam. You know what I'm saying? It's great and amazing, but man, I hope you're in the weight room right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got a game tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can get a little bit. I mean, you can get a little bit. I mean, because for how soft you, I guarantee you, if you were in the weight room today for about 45 minutes, you'd be a lot stronger. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'll be talking about people. I'll be talking about people. I'm just saying, right? But Rudy, man, I gotta get you, man. You gotta get stronger, dog, because we gotta get this, man. And I'm telling you, dude, like, you know what I'm saying? They probably analyzed that. They probably analyzed that and said that, you know what I'm saying, Chet and Harkelstein. Man, I can't keep calling this man by his wrong name, man. What's wrong? What's wrong with me, dude? What's wrong with me, man? Hartelstein. Is that his name? Nah, his name ain't Hartelstein. His name Hartenstein. Hartenstein. It was Hartenstein, boy. Hey, I gotta trust myself sometimes. Sometimes I gotta trust myself. You know what I'm saying? But Hartenstein and Chet, they give you two different mixes. Hartenstein is not gonna give you that agile stuff, but he's gonna give you some fundamental stuff, and he's strong. You know what I'm saying? And then Chet's gonna give you that mobilization of being athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like a kind of like a guard. You know what I mean? Like a shooting forward almost. You know what I mean? So, um, Rudy, you got to get stronger because I think that's the biggest thing that went with us last night. Chet hit a couple of shots. You know what I'm saying? He's skillful like that. You know what I'm saying? I know Chet since he was a little kid, right? But you gotta mix that up with a little bit of a strong because don't let him get paint stuff. If you can keep him out of that paint, make him count on just scoring out. You know what I'm saying? In the world somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But not in the house. You know what I'm saying? Make him score out in the world, but not in the house, right? I think that'll be better for the team as far as what your assignment should be. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I think the main thing people got to understand, and especially when it comes to NBA basketball, playoff basketball, is it's best of seven, and all OKC did what they're supposed to do. They won at home. That's what they're supposed to do. I get it. We could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a loss, but they beat us. But they did what they were supposed to do. Right? Now, if we, you know what I'm saying, we go out and handle our business, you know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, within us, you know what I'm saying? We straight. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got to get all freaked out, get out of shape, bent right now about this one. You know what I'm saying? OKC took the damage to us. You know what I'm saying? They're a good team. They're an elite team. Very skillful team, man. Very skillful team. I think that they just have massive athleticism across the board. Um, I think that a lot of their guys are more of spot up shooters, prefer to be spot up shooters. But Shay you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna Shay you. You know what I mean? He gonna Shay you like podcast. You know what I mean? So that's what you're gonna get with him. But you gotta get him tight. I think Will can get to the bucket on you. You know what I'm saying? He got moves and pull up, but I think he reserves too much. He defers too much to Shay. So if you stay tight on him, you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't look to go get the ball as much. Chet, Chet, man, is a unicorn freak, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a unicorn freak, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get too many of these in the world today, man. You know what I'm saying? So Rudy, you on there, or if Randall, you on there, um, make them get to try to make them get to a pull up. You know what I'm saying? We'll try to make them get to a dribble pull up, right? Spot up, gonna murder you. If he gets to the paint, gonna murder you. You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna get to the free throw line, just like Shay too. So you got to get him up out of there. Get him up out that paint, though. Don't let him get them easy points in the paint. I think that's the main thing to take away from him. Hardenstein, he got that little damn push shot. The dang little push floater, jump, push, hook, floater, whatever the heck it is. You know what I'm saying? Bump him off of that. All you gotta do is bump him off of that. You know he's finna do it. Every time you get the ball right there, you know he's finna do it. So right before he catches it, kind of bump him off of that. So he's off his rocker. He's off balance already. So that way when he turns or go, because when he catches that, he's going right to it. You know what I'm saying? He catches off a rebound, boom, he's going right to it. So bam, give him a little bump beforehand. Bam, make him get off his rocker, contest high. He make it, whatever, he make it, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna give you a whole bunch of them. So but one thing that's paint too, you know what I'm saying? There's another one that's paint. So gotta keep him up out of there. The other guys, I like Dort. Dort cool. It's that water. It's that hydro water, man. I like Dort. Dort cool, man. I like his game. He fits in well with them. You know what I'm saying? Like nice little streaky guard. You know what I'm saying? Shoots too confident. Whew, man, if his confidence was really wild with it, like if he didn't feel like he had to play like the fifth fiddle on the team, he'd be really dope. He'd be really tough to handle. You know what I'm saying? But I like his game. But you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is kind of get up on him. Make sure he doesn't want to shoot, and then make him reverse it. Yeah, man, Randall, keep doing your thing. I think that the size that you have is dangerous for them. I don't think they don't have anybody that can match up to you. Anybody that's shorter than you a little bit, you can get that shot off, that little floater or that little fadeaway you do to the basket. I think you're stronger than everybody on their team. I don't think they really have anybody that can bang with you. You know what I'm saying? As long as you do it, not charging, but shoulder, just you know what I'm saying, dip that shoulder a little bit, bam, get that contact, feel what kind of contact they're gonna get you back. Give them another one, get to that paint, 1 foot to the paint, and then there you go. You're in your world. You know what I'm saying? So I think you can continue to do that. With exception of a couple of kickouts. You know what I mean? I already told Ant what he need to do, man. But he's gonna need help from the team. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to dive, man. Y'all gonna have to back cuts, man, V cuts, man. Y'all gonna have to attack these guys off the ball a little bit more. It will only free up that your star player. It'll free up your star player, which everything gets easier from there. If everything gets smoother and easier for him, everything gets smoother and easier for everybody. So, and that's the way we've been playing basketball for the last nine, 10 games before today. So, let's get back to that style of basketball, man. Let's get back to moving it, man. Looking for each other and also moving without the ball. The biggest thing I think we need to do. DiVincenzo, man, you got to be that fire. You got to be that fire in the team. OKC got somebody like you, Caruso, man. I think DiVincenzo and Caruso cancel each other out. I think DiVincenzo, I'm saying it here, DiVincenzo and Caruso actually kind of cancel each other out. You know what I'm saying? So, with what they kind of bring, but you know what I'm saying, Caruso, I think you got to turn it up, man. I think you got to turn the fire up a little bit more. We need that. So, that's to you. Nas, man, you got to get back in there. And if you're gonna take them shots, you got to hit them. We need them. You know what I'm saying? Because long shots like that, man. If we miss from messing around with the basketball gods, man, when you take a bad 3-pointer like that, it usually always ends up in a score at the other end. I swear, I'm telling you. I've just lived this game, man. Basketball's life. I've just lived it and I've seen it too much. When you take a horrible 3-point shot, usually I'd have to say if somebody ever took analytics on it, I would have to see the analytics on if somebody takes a bad 3-point shot, how many points, how many times someone scored on the other end. Free throws included, got a foul, went to the free throw line included. But I guarantee you it's got to be 80% of the time. It's just what happens. So we can just get away from if you're gonna take a bad shot, man, make sure it's like within rhythm. Make sure you've hit one at least. You know what I'm saying? What they say, heat check, man. Go ahead, heat check, man. Ain't nothing wrong with a heat check every once in a while, but in order to heat check, you got to be heat. You know what I'm saying? People be taking long shots and be missing. They be like, I was doing a heat check. You ain't hit one yet. How did a heat check? You ain't hit nothing yet. That's not a heat check. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And then get to the rack, man. You know what I'm saying? Get to the line, man. Y'all get to the line more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's only gonna put them. That's because that's what happened to us. I mean, you had Ant have 4 fouls. You know what I'm saying? Starting the fourth quarter. I mean, it makes a big difference, man. It makes a big difference when your stars, your guy. I mean, Ant's one of our best defensive players. It makes a huge difference when someone is in foul trouble. So if that's working for them, we need to make that work for us. Get to the basket, and most of the fouls go to the basket. So um, if we can get to the basket and help spread the floor for the person that's driving. You know what I'm saying? Which means we got to be threats. You have to make that threat of going back door. You got to make that V cut. You got to take advantage of people not looking and make them look and watch you and stay close to you, because in that way, when the person with the ball is on the opposite side of the floor, they got a better opportunity to have lanes to the basket because nobody's going to be right there clogging it up. And that's a technique. Clogging the paint is a technique. So you know what I mean? And believe me, I know. I've been trying to teach kids this all the time, man. When coaches, you can tell when the coaches is telling their kids clog the paint. You can tell, you know what I'm saying? And you got to be able to read that and figure out a way to make those people come out of that. They got to come out of that. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to do that is either hit shots or dives to the basket. You know what I'm saying? Off ball screens and back doors. Then people have to come out and guard you and stay with you. Then you open it up a little bit. Shoot some shots and hit some shots. They got to come out and guard you. Opens it up a little bit. And those are the two things, I think, two areas of things that we need on the offensive end. And then, Rudy on the defensive end. I need you to get these boards, man. I need you to get these boards, Rudy. Whatever you can, you got to get these boards, man. And, it'll all come together, man. Like I said, man, game one, OKC did what they're supposed to do. Rah, 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 zis, boom, bah. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? We coming back tomorrow night. Gonna do the dang thing, Minnesota, baby. T-Wolves in 6. You heard it here. T-Wolves in 6. Boy. And I'm out. Love.